Hi everybody, Jeff Sutherlin. Today, Christian, my son, and I are here to talk about our family and how we have a long line of military men that we look up to. My grandfather, one of them, served in Iran, and he was attached to an intelligence division, and we don't know much about what he did because it was intelligence. My other grandfather served in North Africa as they were in a tank division, and they fought against the German army with Rommel fighting against the United States. Very key to the success of World War II. My father served in Vietnam, and he was in the Mekong Delta. My father actually was awarded 3 Purple Hearts, and I'm very proud of what he did. When they drafted him, he said, "Here I am, send me." And because of my grandfathers and my father, I said I would like to serve, and I went into the Navy as a Seabee, and I was a Navy reservist for 6 years. So those are the men in my life that made me want to serve.
My grandfather, Jack, he was a proud member of our church, and he's a great man. Growing up, I spent a lot of time with him, and one thing that he always taught me was to serve others before yourself, and that kind of was exemplified in his life with his wife, Jackie, and with his kids, Jeff and Allie. And so kind of seeing that sort of geared my heart towards service and kind of fanned the flames inside of me, and then seeing my dad do the same thing, kind of follow in his footsteps. And really serve others and put people above himself, the church, other people, kind of made me realize, hey, like this is a beautiful thing, and I want to continue that tradition.
Yeah, I actually think the Lord calls us to very specific vocations, and I think the Lord called him to be a medical doctor. And if you ever want to talk to him about that story, it's pretty amazing. And I think that Christian will end up, through the work of God, will be able to save many lives as a cardiologist. Mm-hmm. And he doesn't know where he's going to go. He's going to be in the Air Force, but we're very proud of what he did, and him saying, yes, here I am, send me. And I just want to remind everybody that you don't have to be in the military to be a servant. You don't have to go to a war to be a disciple. We're all disciples of Jesus, and we're all given certain spiritual gifts. And when you understand how important it is to utilize that spiritual gift, that's a gift back to the church. Because God doesn't need our good works, but our neighbor needs our good works.
You don't have to be in the military to serve, and to be a servant leader like Jesus was. But to kind of just recognize those who served and tell them thank you for their service is super cool. They would be willing to die for anyone, and I think that that's a beautiful thing.
We're both very proud of the people that are in this church that have risked everything to protect our nation, and we're very grateful for our veterans. And I hope maybe this whole Veterans Day weekend can give you maybe some motivation to say, you know what, maybe I could go serve somewhere, and maybe get in tune with what God's gift is to you and how you can give that back to humanity.
Happy Veterans Day.